Hello YouTube, today we're going to be completing the service route from Reading to London Paddington on the Class 166. And there'll be very few prompts on the screen other than speed changes along the route. We'll be having no assists on the route. DSD will be activated, AWS will be activated. If you have any suggestions on what you would like next, any routes, either the German or American routes, please put them in your comments and I'll try to follow up on them. So as you can see, it's a sunny day, no need to activate wipers. We'll activate the DSD, move on to the AWS, unlock our master key. Set headlights today also. Move our reverse to the forward, cancel the AWS, and we're ready to go. So we've got a speed restriction almost straight away. We'll keep an eye on that whilst we're setting off. And we aim to be in Reading for 6:40. So speed restriction of 10 mile an hour setting off. Soon to be 15, and I'll just give you a look at the train. So we've only got 3 carriages. On some scenario which you do get 6 carriages. Maybe I'll upload a video of that at some stage. Let me know if you'd like to see that. We've got a speed change from 10 to 15 miles an hour coming up in roughly 70 yards. It's your DSD alarm for when there's inactivity on the throttle or brake. And we'll be able to shortly change the speed to 15 miles per hour. We'll have another speed change coming up shortly from 15 to 25 miles an hour. It is 6:36 in the morning, so I'm not sure how much AI we'll see on the route. I'm hopeful we'll see a class 43. I'm sure we will at some stage, along with a few other class 166, which is the train we're driving today. So we can see a sign for 40 coming up. We'll shortly be able to increase the speed up to that. 1 mile an hour, 1 mile away from Reading. You know, you increase the speed to 25 miles an hour and up to 40. Leaving Reading Station, we do have a speed restriction of 30 miles an hour. And we'll just coast into Reading Station at 40 miles an hour. This is only my second video with any commentary. I don't tend to speak as much as other YouTubers do. I tend to let people watch the gameplay. A lot of people talk about the politics of some train companies. I don't find that necessary when you're here to just watch a video game. We'll try and stop on the marker. Excellent. And we'll open the doors. And hopefully we'll soon be on our way for the time of 6:40. There's another Class 166 waiting to depart. A few platforms away. Not many people around at this time. And there you can see a Class 43 coming into Reading. We'll shut the door and get on our way. We do have a yellow signal. We've got a few seconds to go. I'll just cancel the wiper. Oh, there goes the Class 166 pulling out now. We'll lock our doors and we'll get on our way. Another Class 43 coming in. So as you can see, compared to the challenges that you have, or the scenarios that you have, there's quite a lot of AI on service mode. Makes the game a lot more realistic and a lot more enjoyable to play. And we've got 5 minutes to be at Twyford, if that's how you pronounce it. I believe that we've got a red signal up ahead, so we'll just get off the throttle, select initial brake, be prepared to come to a stop if needs be. Cancel the AWS as the signal is still red. And we'll pull off as it's just changed to yellow. Might keep the speed down a little bit as it did only change to single yellow, which means the next one should be a red signal, or maybe a red signal. So we'll just keep it around 35 miles per hour. See, the next signal is still yellow. We'll increase the speed a little. Just under 4 miles away from Twyford, if that's how you pronounce it. So we've got a double yellow, so we'll just increase the speed a little bit more. I think this one's another double yellow. Again, that's your AWS alarm for those that aren't familiar. Looks like we will be pulling in late, and we'll try and make up time along the route. And there's your Class 166 heading to Reading. So it looks like we've got a green light, so we'll increase throttle to maximum, try and make up some time. It's a DSD alarm. And let me know in the comments also where people begin to brake on the Class 166. Usually I start braking around 0.7 miles out when I'm at full speed. I do like to start each platform at around 30 miles per hour. That's what I aim for. So we've got another green light, don't need to worry about braking. And yes, we are running late. We should be pulling into Twyford around now, just under 2 miles away from the station. And we've got a double yellow. I think we'll keep it at full throttle as we're trying to make up some time. Brakes usually are quite good on a 166. As we approach 80 miles an hour and 1.2 miles away from the station. And we've got a single yellow, so I'll start braking. I'm quite hard on the brakes. Don't want emergency though. That's my dog barking in the background. Not very professional. And we do have a red aspect up ahead, so I'll increase the brakes once more. And once we wait for that red light to change, I'll just have a look at what's ahead, see if there is another train. Yes, you can see another train there at the next station. Another two, and a further additional train in the siding. So we're just waiting for those trains to pull off, making us a little bit late. Let's see, I think there's a Class 166 heading towards us. We'll play around with the camera when that comes up to us, I think. Not much else going on. There you can see it coming towards us now. We'll keep an eye on that aspect in case it changes. Don't want to be delayed any further. As you can see, wonderful graphics. So we're now coming up to 5 minutes late, but through no fault of our own. I don't mind this part of the game though, it makes it a lot more realistic. Sure, some people will say, well, all you're doing is waiting around most of the time. Once you've actually started the route though, it's okay with me. And I think we have a Class 43 on the way. Again, we'll just switch to free camera. And I think there's also one coming in the opposite direction. Maybe we'll just have a look up towards the other station and see exactly what's going on. Well, there you can see it. There is a train still in the station, so there's no bugs. You can see one here on the left waiting to start its journey. And this is the train we're waiting to move on so that we can move along. Not really in a rush. Doors are open. That's our train, waiting to come into the platform. Which is a bit frustrating. But that's the route we're following. It has now moved off, so I expect this change to happen any minute now, as it has done. And we are going to need to make up some time, almost 10 minutes behind schedule. Let's see what we can do to get into London Paddington as close to schedule as possible. Like I say, I do like to try and approach the station platform around 30 miles an hour. Red aspect up ahead, so we have a little bit of time to play with here. A little bit late on the brakes. Let's get the doors open and get these passengers on board as quick as we can. Let's get back to the driver's cab, make sure that we're on time. Close the door, and we're ready to go. Let's get the door shut. And that is the end of the service.